Yes, guys, my name is Obad, here with Culture Deck today, and I am here with Marcel Braithwaite and Wayne Smith. Wayne, you are the owner of the Golden Gloves. Marcel, Superfly champion. So yeah, man, I just wanted to just catch up with you guys. Obviously, we're all local, and yeah, Marcel's got like quite a few plans for the future. Quite like you've got a big fight coming up, 26th of February against Scott Allen. So yeah, I just wanted to catch up with you guys. Wanted to just tear it up a bit, see what you're up to, just get to know you guys a bit better as well. Kind of just give a bit of a personality to Marcel. So we'll start off with you, Wayne. Just a bit about how you got into boxing, how you got into the boxing game and into the gym as well.
Okay. I was 11 when I first went to the Golden Gloves. I previously done karate. So my dad took me to see the Rumble in the Jungle. It was on the Empire. So after seeing that, I was like all the kids nowadays seeing Rocky. So I seen that and I was like, nah, I want to go to boxing. I want to go to boxing. So I joined the local boxing club, which was the Golden Gloves. When I went there, I stayed there till I was 18. Obviously, I boxed, won some, lost some. I had great experiences, great memories. And then after that, I was just about to turn professional.
Okay.
And then I suffered a head injury whilst doing, I turned into kickboxing. So I started doing kickboxing with Alfie Lewis whilst waiting to turn pro. So I went into some competition anyway. Basically, long story short, I suffered a bleed on the brain, which left me like the doctors said I've got no chance of living. Left me comatized. I had 2 years rehabilitation after that. After that, I've left with a disability. I left with epilepsy. It was a hard, tough journey, as you can imagine. From there, when I did finally get back on my feet, and I was hated the world. I just had a bitter, a young man. My life's been took away from me. I just had a bitter, horrible feeling against the whole world. Do you mean everyone was my enemy? And I just from there, I'd done some bad things, which was all behind me now. But I turned full circle when I had my family, my kids, and that, and I got back into the gym coaching. So when I got back into the Golden Gloves coaching, it was a great set of coaches in there. It was okay. It was good. I was enjoying it, but the coaches started falling off one by one. Like family getting involved with some of them workers. Because it's all voluntary. Amateur boxing, it's all voluntary. So I was left in the Belvedere Centre where the gloves was, the amateur boxing club was.
Okay.
I was left in there on my own basically, and it was like I was looking at the situation. I was thinking to myself, I'm in here. I can, what I pay rent in here now, I can get my own place for this. This is like, I'm renting 30 or 36 hours a month. I was getting charged like £500. And from there I thought, you know what? I can get my own gaff.
Yeah.
So, we looked around a few places. And then we got where we are now, Lodge Lane, which is ideal. As soon as I went in there, I just felt a vibe in there. I just felt it was a derelict building. Don't get me wrong; it was like proper derelict. It was a like proper shithole, But I just felt the vibe, and I just had a vision of what I can do in there.
Yeah.
And it's took years to get where it is now, but it's one of the best gyms in the country now.
Yeah.
As for like, I turned it pro-am about 4 years ago. Golden Glove's been going since 1947. Never, ever been professional. We've had like multiple champions as for amateur scene, but it's never ever gone professional. So when I turned a pro-am, Marcel was my first fighter.
Okay.
So, like with Marcel, we connected straight away in the old gloves, because it was like I just noticed the talent in him straight away. I seen something in him. Yeah, I see myself in him, to tell you the truth. That was the God's honest. I see myself in him, and I seen when he was boxing that he was getting bad decisions, and the amateur game. He like, he reached the ABA twice, elite ABA finals. He got invited. He boxed for England, won the Three Nations. He got offered to go on the GB team, but Marcel didn't want to go on it because of the weight category which they offered him. So it's a long. He's made mistakes along the way by not going on the GB team. That was the biggest mistake, because he should have just went on that just for the year to get him out there, because that GB team, like at the end of matchroom boxing with the zone now, is like he scouts all the GB team, and without that sort of. See, this boxing, a lot of people don't realise that boxing is a business more than you can be the most talented kid, but if you can't sell tickets and you don't know the business side of boxing, you won't progress anywhere. So that's why the GB team is very important to get on it. Other than that, build yourself up on these smaller shows. What we've got now, this Black Flash promotion, which he did, and then. He is where he is now. Won the English title.
Even like you mentioned there, but the Black Flash promotions with Pat Barrett. How did that relationship come about? I know you've been like pals with him for quite a few years now, but in terms of like actually doing business, how did that come about?
Well, me and Pat go back like 30 years. From me bad days when we was naughty boys, but like. We met in Atlantic City, actually.
Okay.
He was over there with Arnie Farnell, who was fighting over there. And Brian Hughes, who's died yesterday, God rest his soul. He was a great boxing coach, man, great ambassador to the sport. So I'd like to say rest in peace to Brian Hughes.
Rest in peace.
But like I say, me and Pat go back through the boxing. And then we just thought, you know what? Why not start from the small hall and see where we can get? Developing these fighters coming through, giving them a chance. Now, a lot of the fighters, like, they don't understand the business side. Like, the general public think all these fighters all get paid. Like Brewsters, they've all got,
endorsement sponsors.
Yeah, but they don't know, man. They don't know. They just don't know the half of it. Professional boxing is a business, like I said, and it's a hard route. I had Marcel on a 3 year. We had a 3 year plan when he turned professional. Same as Lyndon, same as Zelfa. But Marcel being Marcel, undefeated, like he just went a different route, which come full circle like himself. He come back, he knows where he's at now, and he's took fights when he shouldn't really took fights. He's boxed the current world champion, arguably the number one in the division.
That's
Sonny Edwards. He's boxed him. He boxed Jay Harris, who was former British, European, Commonwealth. He fought the number one killer in the division. He fought him, and Marcel jumped in with him straight after that.
Yeah.
So Marcel's proven what level he's at. He's proven he's just got to reap the rewards now.
Marcel, bro, chat to me. Superfly champion of the world, all of that.
Soon to come.
Chat to me, bro.
Yeah, man.
Growing up, adolescence, growing up in Toxteth, bro. Obviously Wayne touched on the streets and coming from there, obviously tough upbringing and whatnot, bro. Obviously boxing being the way out for you from like a madness, innit? Just a few words on that, bro, and just what boxing has done for you.
Yeah, it's been a massive part of my journey, to be honest. Boxing, just channeling energy is a big thing. There's times where like there's been nothing that could get rid of the pain. Do you know what I mean? Apart from just getting in the gym and putting work in, and still don't get rid of the pain, but it'll change it for the time being. Do you know what I mean? You put work in and you feel good about yourself, the energy changes. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, boxing's been a massive part of that, and weighing's been a massive part of that. Do you know what I mean? Guiding me, being a mentor to me, and so yeah, a couple of things like over the years I've had, like when Wayne was saying about like finally me being mentally right.
Yeah.
I went through all kinds of things, just grieving. Do you know what I mean? Lost a whole lot of people and that, and when people are saying, "Oh yeah, it was like depression," it's not depression, man. I was just grieving. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's normal. People die, your close ones die, your mates die that you grew up with, and that. It's normal. You're not gonna be happy. Do you know what I mean? It's like at one point I've watched like multiple people that I grew up with all die at once. My granddad die. Multiple people get lifed off. It's like I watched me all world crumble. Do you know what I mean? And at the time I wasn't even at the glove, so it's like it was a reality check for me where I'm at in life and what I even do it for. You get me? So since then I just got right back in the gym. There's like there's purpose in it for me, and like I'll always be just there in the ends, no matter how big I get. I'll still be there in the ends. So it's like that's what pushes me. Ain't really about all this like fancy lifestyle or nothing like that. Don't get me wrong. I will have them things. Do you know what I mean? I will have them things because I haven't come this far. It's only come this far. That just comes with it. But nah, it's about purpose.
Yeah, no, for sure. Even I wanted to touch on kind of the pressure kind of put on you. I mean, I'd describe you as you're the cash cow, bro, of Golden Gloves. Do you know what I mean? I think it's fair to say you're a household name for like the ends. Like we all know who you are. Do you know what I mean? I just wanted to kind of just touch on the pressure a bit. Obviously, pressure being, you know, there's a lot of like young kids there, even at the gym and whatnot, that look up to you, same way you look up to Wayne. Just a few words on that as well, kind of just how you kind of deal with it all, juggle with it all.
Yeah, I don't even see it as pressure no more. You know, there's times where like I struggled with it. It's like when my life was changing, you start getting people just coming up to you, recognizing, oh, you're that place. And it's a bit mad, you know what I mean? If you start getting people coming up to you that they don't actually know, but they're coming up to you and talking to you like they know you, and you're thinking, like, yo, where do I know my mum from here? Yeah. And then it turns out you don't even know them. Like, that's had me egg gone a couple times, you know what I mean? But now there ain't even no pressure to it no more. Do you know what I mean? Like, I am who I am. I've done what I've done, and I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. Do you know what I mean? So like, that's just what comes with it. I'm gonna be that person. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm supposed to be that person. I decided to be that person. Do you know what I mean? Wayne wants me to be that person, so it's like that's who I am.
What's it like in like the boxing game in terms of like gyms, whatnot? Do you have any like relationships with any other gyms in Liverpool or?
Yeah. There's loads of gyms we go down and spar with and that, and spar with, get along with loads of the coaches now. We've got good relationships with a lot of the gyms. Do you know what I mean? Especially now that we're at the forefront, I'd say, do you know what I mean, at grassroots boxing. Yeah. Like, seriously, there ain't no one else that's doing it. Like, Golden Gloves and Colliers and Austin that are smashing it, both amateur and laying the foundation to the grassroots as a pro. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So you look at someone trying to build a future in the sport, if you haven't got the likes of like it's GB Vest or whatever, then this is where it's at. This will take you from the bottom to the top, do you know what I mean? And learn all the lessons along the way. So yeah, that's where we're at. We're leading the way.
Yeah. So I mean, even like Wayne touched on it before, kind of just about you kind of just being Marcel, doing your thing. In terms of mindset now, where you at with that? Is it just a thing of now you're both like, yeah, we know what we need to do kind of thing? Obviously, we touched on Black Flash before as well. That great connection, like obviously it only just makes sense. You know, Wayne with the fighters, then obviously Pat with his fighters as well. But the promotion, the kind of the engine behind it. Because even, I was going to say as well, like obviously your fight with Scott Allen, it should be a fight that should be on TV. I heard that quite a few times at a press conference. And even on just a thing of pure skill, it should be on TV. Like, is it the business, Wayne? Like what is it? What's going on here?
It's just a business, yeah. Of course, it's just these promoters. You know, it's like if you can sell 100 tickets, 1,000 tickets, that's when you want it.
Nah, but you sell 100 tickets.
It's a business. So if you're a promoter, yeah, and you're like, okay, I can sell 80 to 100 tickets, and you've got my man there who can sell 5,000 tickets. Who am I going to go with?
Yeah,
I'm going to go with him.
Yeah, true.
So then I can go to the big promoters, like your Eddie Ainge, like your Frank Warrens, and say, I've got this guy here. He's shit, really, but he can sell 5,000 tickets. So they'll go, come, invite him. He's coming into me because you're making him money.
Yeah.
It's all about money. It's like any business you're in life. It's all about the pounds. Do you know what I mean? And like, this boxing don't last forever. Do you know what I mean? So you got to be in, you got to be wise, you got to be out. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's like you see all these great boxers from back in the day, all the pound for pound greats. They're all skint. They're all skint.
Yeah.
But if you look at all the promoters and managers, they've all got money. You know, your Don Kings have all got the dough. She's still Owlsy, Bob Aaron, multi up. Do you know what I mean? How many fighters have they had down the lines? How many great pound for pound champions who are all just doing dinner talks and sitting doing dinner talks for a couple of grand a night?
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? That's what I mean. You're here today, you're gone tomorrow. The boxing don't last forever, you get me? But it's what you do while you're here.
Yeah, no,
you know
for
what I'm
sure.
saying?
Yeah, obviously I've heard you describe boxing as a pantomime. I mean, it is a show.
Yeah, it's like sorry for speaking over you,
No,
but
sorry.
it's like that. It's like the press conference the other day.
Yeah.
It's a
That's
pantomime,
that was-
innit? You
that
got to
was the
have a
next thing,
villain.
yeah.
Boxing, you got to sell yourself. If you don't promote yourself and don't sell yourself, you can't. It's not going to go. You're not going to go anywhere. Do you know what I mean? Say you're. What can you say? You've got a business. You've got a business. You've got food to sell. Yeah, so you got a good food shop. So you got. It's all cooking on the pot. Everything's nice, but your doors are shut. You haven't advertised. It's not going to go nowhere, is it?
No, for
It's
sure.
just going to get stale, innit? Same with boxing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to promote yourself as a business. You got to do the business side and learn the business side. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's where you get these journeymen who make more money. They make more money because they're getting like 1,200 to 2 grand, 3 grand.
That can't be good for your head though, surely.
No. They can be good if... No, it's not good, but if you can defend yourself and run around the ring for 4 rounds, it's not good. It's not obviously it's not good being out every week, man. Yeah, and I'm talking to the human brain is not supposed to get punched, you know. You know, it's not good for your head, but you know, that's what they choose to do. That's what they choose to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
for
I was
sure.
going to touch on what you were saying before about like when Wayne said about me just being me. Like when I was going on, I'm just hard-headed. Do you know what I mean? Like I know there's a lot of people around me that care for me. Do you know what I mean? But I'll always just do what I want to do. Do you know what I mean? That's always been what I've been like, and I learned loads of lessons through that. Do you know what I mean? But all the wiser now, I'm at a point where I just stick to the plan. I don't care how it feels, do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter how I'm feeling emotionally, I stick to the plan.
Yeah, and I was
Could
even
be
gonna,
having the worst day ever, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'll stick to the plan.
I was even gonna say that as well with the whole fighting thing. Like, I've heard it like a few times. They always say sticking to the plan is the hardest thing. The whole training that's Pat said that himself. Sorry, with Lyndon. I remember his his first interview after. He actually said that sticking to the plan is the hardest thing. Do you know what I mean? Like training's easy, going to the gym and all that's easy. Obviously, it's not easy, but it's easy in comparison to that. So yeah, no, I thought that was really, really interesting that you said that. Now, just going off that now, the next fight, Scott Allen. Am I even saying his name right? Scott Allen, Alan Scott.
Yeah, I think so.
I checked him out, man. He's all right.
Yeah,
What are you saying?
my punches out there. Just straight up, like, yeah, he's alright. He can be
He's
good.
alright.
He can be good. Do you know what I mean? I hope he's very good. I'll still punch his face in. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Plain
no,
and simple.
it got a bit steamy the other day in at the press conference.
Yeah.
What was it? Is he actually cheeky or what? Because
Yeah, well,
I have seen him give mouth to a few, man. You know, pause.
Well, the thing what it was with me, it's like funny enough, when I walked in there, when I stepped in the building, he was the first person to see him.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? He was
Yeah.
all humble and I shook his hand. I was like, yeah, cool. It ain't going to be one of them today. And then when we got on the headset, he started trying to push into me. So I was like, oh yeah, what? You know what I mean? I was like, I don't remember what I said. I think I said I'll throw the head on him or something. But I was like, yeah, man, I'm not going to punch his head.
Yo, I was looking at it, Wayne, like, yo, it's a side of Marcel that I've not really seen of like him, and we did speak about that as well, about playing up to the act, playing the villain in that as well. you know, obviously that's when, you know, you were saying about like it is a show that you're putting on, and when it comes down to it, it's about selling them tickets, whatnot. Even just like, can I get a few words on that as well, bro? About what you actually think about, like, can you be the villain? Can you be that top dickhead? Like,
you know what's funny? I said I was like, before all of this, I said I was playing the villain this year anyway. But to be honest, it ain't even playing it. It's like, I've really got that side to me anyway. I'm just not really a dickhead. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go and be a dickhead to no one for no reason.
Yeah.
But give me a reason, I swear, watch what happens. You know what I mean?
Because I mean, I can see you selling silly like amount of fight. I feel like there's just something about just being a scouser, like when we're angry, or like we can kind of just put on a like
entertainment.
Yeah, man, it is entertaining, bro. Even like when I see like my fellow brothers, like my fellow scousers getting mad and that, I'm like, yo, this is funny, this like kind of thing. And I feel like you could honestly go real far with that. Obviously, we've seen the likes of even, sorry to bring him up, I know he's not a real boxer, but Jake Paul. I don't know if you can remember even the first interview I did with you, and I brought that up because I just thought this is really intriguing. This is really interesting. This is literally a YouTuber that's come into the boxing game. He's made his millions. He's talked bare shit about Dana White, about how he's not paying everyone and all this. He has listen. He has flipped the game on top of itself. And I remember like at the Denvershire Hotel, it was quite a while back now. He was like, what, a fight, 2 fights in. But like, I just thought it was interesting with him of just how he's actually made something of just talking smack kind of thing. But he has backed it up, you know, to an extent. Yeah. But like, I did think it was also interesting the way, kind of like how his fights were lined up for him. Do you know what I mean? It's the strategic.
Yeah.
So I can't even speak properly these days.
Yeah, man.
Obviously, you said that you know, you felt like that was a thing that Marcel may have done, kind of going into a fight maybe too early, whatnot. Obviously, moving forward now, kind of like, what's the plan? What is like the next, say, 2 fights after this one under 26? What does that look like for you?
Yeah, like I'm on business now. Do you know what I mean? Nothing but chess moves now, because it's like I've proved all that about being game and all that. I don't need to do that. And it's like, really, truth be told, when I came into the game, I didn't understand the game. I was just a fighter. Do you know what I mean? It's like where I grew up. It's like me being game and being ready to have it any time took me places. During more time, that kept me out of more trouble than it got me into trouble. Do you know what I mean? So I always stayed like that. But this is boxing and it's business. So that don't work. That set me back, and I had to sit with them losses for a while, do you know what I mean? And rebuild myself up and bounce back. Like now that I'm back in a good position, I'm going to go and do that again. Like to prove to who what, do you know what I mean? It's like I'm going to get back on top and I'm going to run with it, do you know what I mean?
Nah, for sure. Even Wayne, I wanted to get a few words from you now about Mikey Walton, Mike Minard, light heavyweight, obviously great prospects. Obviously they're fighting on the undercard for Marcel on the 26th. I just wanted to ask you on like just like their styles and just what you just thought of like their boxing styles. Obviously we'll start off with Mike.
Both Mike.
Both Mike. Sorry, Mike Minard. Sorry. We'll start off on him because I know like Mike, he's just got. I see someone. I see Mike as being a boxer. He's got a lot of power. You know, a lot of controlled power. Like, how would you see your fighter? How would you sell Mike Minard?
Mike Minard is one of the nicest, loveliest guys you could meet. Number one, and to coach him, he's very coachable.
Yeah.
Very, very. He sinks in everything you tell him. He sinks in because he's military. He's been in the Navy.
Oh, okay.
So he's got that military mindset about him. Plus, he runs his own business, does his own all bits and bobs. So yeah, he's getting better and better. Like, I've known Mike Minard since the amateurs, and Mike Minard used to just get in there and have a fight. Use his size, use a lot, just have a fight. He had no defense. So when he come here, his face, and I just pulled him aside and see every time you spar, you got black eyes, you got bruised nose, you got. I said, why? You want to spar and walk out the same way you walked in? I said, so what's that saying to you? So he said, he looks like that. He goes, got to work on my defense. I said, yeah. So now we're gonna just break everything down and we're gonna work on your defense. And all you're gonna work on is your defense on the back foot. Use your long arm, jab, bang it out, and just keep working on on your defense. You don't have to get in there and let's have it. Like Marcel just spoke about it there on the street. So now he's getting polished in a lot of them areas.
Yeah.
He's getting polished and he's coming on brilliant. I'm looking forward. We've got 4 shows in Liverpool set for this year, all at the Grand Central. Mike, hopefully injury free, will be on all of them.
Yeah.
He missed the show last year because his opponent had COVID.
COVID, yeah.
So he was unlucky that he missed that show. So he should be 6-0 by the end of the year. I'm going to move him up to 6 rounds, and then we'll see where we go this time next year with him.
Yeah.
Mikey Walton. Mikey just one of them.
He's fast, isn't he?
Mikey is used to be. He's an old Golden Gloves lad. Mikey number 1, and he just wants to. He loves being a boxer.
Yeah.
And he's not like one of these. He'll fight in the away corner, the home corner. Do you know? So he'll fight any time. Do you know? He don't care win or loss. It doesn't matter to him. He just wants to, whilst this short career, is make as much money as he can and do as much and get out as many times.
Yeah.
Like I've got him 3 other dates.
Yeah.
After this one.
Yeah.
So he's out in February at York Hall, and then he's out in Manchester on 26th.
Yeah.
So he's got 3 dates already. So that shows how much he wants to get out and fight, and he's earning good dough, you know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to I tell you I'm looking forward to, and we just missed out on getting on the show, Hakeem Palmer.
Okay.
Now Hakeem was with me when he was a kid,
Yeah.
and good friends of the family. He's a massive talent.
Okay.
6'6".
I think I've seen Hakeem,
6'6", mate. He's gonna be something
yeah.
special. Really, really gonna be something special. Yeah, man. It's just unlucky that he never got on this show.
Yeah.
He's fighting on the 26th of March. He's making his debut, but Hakeem's a really good prospect. Who's gonna lead and guide properly, and he's gonna listen to everything I say.
Yeah.
And he's gonna make noise him, because we're all gonna follow the footsteps of Marcel. Now,
Yeah.
obviously, I've got a plan for Marcel. Me being his manager, I've got to have a plan. I can't just take one fight by one fight, but it is one fight by one fight because if he loses a fight, what happens then? So he's got to be on it. He's got to be on. Like I say, it's the only person to beat Marcel is Marcel. People saying this is a 50-50 fight. Yeah, on paper it is a 50-50 fight. To me, Marcel wins easy.
Yeah.
He beats Scott Allen hands down.
Yeah.
1,000,000%. I'm his manager. I've got to manage him properly as a manager. He had a English title. The board made him mandatory to fight for the English title. But he's already won the English title. And the kid who's got it now, Craig Derbyshire, he beat him twice. So
Yeah. I know. I remember you saying it was kind of just like going backwards, wasn't
it's
it?
like it was a backward step, but if he was going to get paid and it was supposed to be a TV date, so it's a bit of a backward step. Do you know what I mean? And like you said, you watch Scott Allen, what's he like? The WBC don't make a fight for nobodies. So he's got to be eligible, he's got to be ranked by, and he's got to be, actually he's ranked higher than Marcel, actually. But,
In a few weeks.
it's just still a few weeks. Watch.
Yeah.
I'm more than confident. You get me? As a manager who's managing my boxer, I'm more than confident on Marcel. I know his ability, and this year he's going to show everyone his ability.
Jeez, I wanted to talk about like Liverpool back in the day now, and kind of just what was going on, just the environment, just what it was like when just pool back in the day, man. I just wanted like a few words on that as well, man. Like just growing up in Liverpool, whatnot, and then obviously we'll go on to you, Marcel.
Well, I was born just behind the gym,
Okay.
Dumont Street.
Yeah.
I lived there for 2 years. Obviously, 2 years till I was 2. I didn't know. So then my mum moved to Park Road.
Okay.
Park Road at them days was predominantly white. So it was like, it was hard, growing up. In them days, I went to Allied Man Carmel School, and it was like, I think there was only 4 black guys in the whole school, me included. My sisters. It was, so we had the likes of, I don't know if you ever watched Love Thy Neighbour.
feel like I've
You
heard of
need
it
to
now,
watch it.
but-
You need to watch it.
Okay.
We had like bad TV series what was on,
Mm.
just racist, which you had like Jim Davis and just bad Alf Garnett, really racist TV programs. Now they was on, just everyone laughing at them. Do you know what I mean?
Love Thy Neighbour.
Love Thy Neighbour. Watch Love Thy Neighbour. I'm
mad,
telling you
man.
now, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
You can't. You couldn't get away with it these
But
this day and
it
age.
was just normal though.
Yeah, it was a normal thing. So at that time, it was a period racism time. So it was just a normal thing. So when you're going to school and you're hearing all the shouts, it's just a normal thing, you know. So me going to a senior school on Mill Street and being in the school with like there was four black guys, me included. You know, it was hard. We're fighting regular all the time.
Yeah.
Do you know? But even in the boxing club, it was hard because everyone's got this period racism inside of them because that's what they're growing up, getting off when you started going to town, getting off with girls, it's the dad and the parents like looking at you. You know, it's you know, I'm mixed race, so it's like it was hard. It was hard. God, I said, my dad. I don't know, my dad done it back in them days with my mum.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like it was hard. But you had to it made me who I am. It made me hard. Do you know what I mean? So it was like it was good. It was very good because we never had no phones. It was no computers.
Yeah.
We had three channels on the television. It was good, you know, good times growing up with the neighbours and play games outside. It was you know, them times will never ever come again, you know, like playing the games we used to play, the bonfires, the bombing nights, you know, just the things we used to get up to, the local bobby on the beats. It was mad. It was mad, but it was good. It was
Even
good.
music as well, I was going to say.
The music.
What was that saying back then? Was it like, I swear it was a time when there was like one guy with a big speaker and I'll be doing the beatboxing there.
Me dad,
What?
yeah, like street teams. You know?
Listen, it's that. Now I used to, this is going forward now. This is going forward.
Okay.
So when you're going forward, yeah, we used to have dance off because that's when the body popping was out and the break dancing. His dad, they had a team. I forgot what they called, but his dad had the team. They was all good. The body popping, break dancing. But the tunes, I had sound a little bit later on in that fusion sound system. We used to have sound classes.
Yeah.
Nah, it was good,
You
man.
never making music yourself or never?
Pardon?
Was you never MC yourself or?
Yeah, I've done a bit, you know, bro. I've done a bit. There's a few photos a few sessions about me back in the day.
Yeah.
I used to be on Toxic Radio.
Okay.
You know what I mean? TCR.
Yeah.
Toxic Community Radio was a pirate station.
Yeah.
I think
I think
everyone.
it's still about, isn't
Is it? Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Talks to Radio.
I think everyone had to go at that. So, you know, I had my fingers in a different loads of pies. You know, it was good though. Them days. These kids these days, they don't know.
I can't imagine you
They
MCing
don't. They don't know. Them don't know.
Oi, you were speaking of MC, and I know you used to do your thing as well
Yeah.
back in Graham days, bro. But it's the same question as Wayne, really, bro. Like growing up and talk stuff and that, like what was that like? Obviously, you know, back then, you know, Graham and whatnot. What was just give me like a feel of the scene. What was it like back then, bro?
And was just active, you know. Went through mad different phases. Yeah, when I was younger, I started a group. A couple of my mates. It started off as a rap group, and there was like 4 of us. Next thing, there's 26 man. We got soldiers and that as well. So 26 man deep soldiers. You'd see us all walking the streets. Then it's like different coloured bandanas come into it and all that. So it all just went a bit mad, do you know what I mean? I remember at one point, this is like MySpace days and all that. Do you know what I mean? I remember my mum and dad not even wanting me to be on that because it was like, oh, hella break loose, do you know what I mean? But these times it's like, you're supposed to just be a kid, do you know what I mean? Going to the park like on the weekend, having a drink with everyone and that. And then the next one, it was marching to next ends and that. It's all just mad, do you know what I mean? So mad, but I know there was good times and that as well. There was good times. Yeah, I'm trying to think.
I even remember just growing up, like just it being a thing of obviously Dingle's right on the border, innit, of Toggy, and it was just a thing of like, say for instance, Bonfire Night was always a madness.
That's been going on for years.
It was always a madness. Them
That's
little
been going
dickheads
on
always,
from my days.
Yeah, Like,
It's mad because you know what, I grew up in it on Coulthard, Brahms Close, and I lived on Strauss Close as well. So it's literally right in the end, right on lodging, and then my nan was up by Berkeley, and then my mum moved to buy like right on the land, basically right, but do you know what I mean, on the edge of Dingle and that.
yeah.
After a few years, like it was mad there when I first moved there. There was all kinds of stuff popping off daily, racist stuff. Just seeing people get chased with blades and
Yeah,
like, all kinds of madness. You know what I mean? And then like I was like, obviously I weren't stupid, and I was about it. I was in the gym every day, so people knew I could fight anyway. It just got to the point where like I know everyone. Do you know what I mean? So and so killing so and so, but you know, like, that's not me. Like I'm doing my thing, do you know what I mean? So I knew not to like pull me into stuff, but as I said, that's another thing as well of like growing up in the area now, and you're seeing like, you know my man and you know my man, but they're killing each other, and like,
Yeah.
next
Obviously,
thing
you've
you're
seen
gonna
it.
see his Marcy's grieving, you don't even know what to say to it. It's all mad, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So-
it's heavy, especially when the drug game come in, when the drugs come in properly. Then it was like, obviously I started. Everyone wanted to be a gangster then.
Yeah.
Everyone's doing little bits. I can earn a little few quid. When you little few quid, you little eighth coming to your ounce, and then you're buying big bits. It is like you're getting respect. You're driving around nice cars. I was going on holiday all the time. I went all over the States. I went to all the gyms in the States, all the big fights. I was there ringside. I met every champion boxer. But you know what? It's a good experience, but it's not. It's like now you can see the shit what goes on now with all these encros. You know, so is it worth doing 15 years, 20 years in prison?
Nah.
Ain't worth doing one night in prison. You know what I mean? You can't get away with anything these days.
Yeah.
No, I am proud of what I've done, but it's experience what I've done. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's a thing what I can't hide it because everyone knew I was at it.
Yeah.
So it's not a thing where I can say, I've never done that, I wouldn't do that. Yeah, I've done it. I've been there, I've done that. I've been in your shoes. But that's not life for nobody. It's not a good life. You know, waiting whether you're going to get your door kicked in. It's the police pulling you, stopping you. Mate, it's locked up in themselves, mate. It's not a good life, that, mate. You know what I'm saying? You see these kids now, and then the next minute they get shot, getting stabbed. It's poor kids. You don't know kids, and it's not just the kid. It's the family. It's the domino effect again upon the two sides. So, A, the one who's being stabbed, so he's dead, or their family. B, the one who's going to prison, or their family. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's a domino effect, and it just kills people inside. You know what I'm saying? Like my mother was shamed. She wouldn't. I look back now, and I'd already broke her heart because obviously when I nearly died. Do you know what I mean? That nearly killed my parents. You know, to look at me suffering, like I'm their son. I've got kids, so if I see my kids, anything, God forgive, happened to them, it would kill me.
Yeah.
It would kill me. But so to watch me suffer, fight for my life, learn how to walk, talk, eat, you know, everything, going through seizures, they watch me do all that. And then back on my feet, then I'm playing gangster. You know, so I was like bitter towards the world, like I said, but it's shaming them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That it broke their hearts. Do you know what I mean? My mum, she used me in bits because of me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the whole family. But I you know, you're just selfish, and you just think of yourself, and you think you're never gonna get caught. You're the one. You know, it's just.
Was it like a thing of like there was in terms of like opportunity just wasn't. There was just no opportunity.
No, I think right then it was just there was still opportunities. It was just at that time is when the crack game and the smack game come in. Like it was St. George's School where I used to go. It's like 80% of the school was all addict. It's like now you go out now in town now everyone's taking Charlie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cocaine. Everyone's taking cocaine.
Yeah.
Everybody. 80% of the people in them clubs now are taking cocaine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So back then, it was a different drug. It was heroin. So everyone was taking heroin. So then they was getting on the heroin, and then the crack game come in. And when the crack game come in, it just everyone was making, and then they started taking. Do you know what I mean? So it was just an experience, but it was like it was heavy. You get me? It was a hard time for your family. It's not for me. I'm good. I'm making plenty. I'm doing. You know, I'm flying all over the world. It's good for me. But you know, I was lucky not to get a 20 or not to get killed. You know, so I was lucky there. But I had no value in my life because of the previous growing up and the previous what had happened to me. My value in life didn't mean nothing until I had my kids.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then I started looking at life in a different way. And I was thinking all this immaterial nonsense don't mean shit. It don't mean jack. Do you know what I mean? It's like now with the gym. I've got the gym. I look at the gym. I look at the kids' faces in the gym. I know I'm not saying the kids who got talent and who are gonna do something in the gym in boxing. I'm saying the kids who just go there for the family atmosphere.
Yeah.
And the kids haven't got no talent. Do you know what I mean? They're just never ever going to box. I don't, you know. I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah, but obviously it's somewhere for them to
home
be though
for
after
them to
school,
be,
isn't
yeah.
it? It's home
It's a
from
home, man.
Yeah.
And you know what? You get people from everywhere.
All around Liverpool, yeah.
All the nations come together.
Yeah.
Everyone in that gym. You get me? Everyone's in that gym. People who are friends who didn't know each other until you went to the gym. Do you know what I'm saying? You've got like all the surrounding areas coming. Cause we're the boundary. And the boundary is like Liverpool 8, Liverpool 1, Liverpool 17.
Yeah.
They all come there. And it's the only boxing club in the south end of the city.
Yeah.
The north end, you've got multiple boxing clubs on every corner who are all funded massively, you know, and like the Golden Gloves being funded massively.
Yeah.
Everyone they don't want us there. It's just that I make opportunities for these kids. I have a show every month for these kids.
Yeah, I wanted to even before it's a good job we just brought it up actually. The show for the kids as well is a good one, that fusion, innit?
Yeah.
Even like potential like parents listening and whatnot, bro. Like, could you just give like a few? Just what's that like? Obviously, I've been myself. It's a proper setup there. Obviously, amateur boxing and whatnot for the kids, whatnot. Yeah, like what's that like?
First of all, it cost. It's like anything in it.
Yeah.
So you got to hire the ring. You got to hire the officials for the night, the MC for the night, the doctors for the night.
Yeah.
You got to buy the trophies. You got to give expenses to the clubs while they're coming. So the cost is massive. So you have to charge a fee on the door. So if the fee on the door don't cover the cost, which most of the times it doesn't.
It doesn't, yeah.
You get me? And most of the times, they're the weight supporters what are coming. You know what I mean? Because a lot of the kids in the area, the kids' parents are not asked about them. It's horrible to say, but
it's the truth, man.
It's the truth,
It is what it is.
It's horrible to say, and you know, you've got this kid coming from the North End, and he's bringing like 20 kids, 20 of his family all coming to watch him, proud of him boxing, and you've got one kid coming from our ends who like, and the parents can't come, and I'm like, you should be proud of this. You should be proud of your son or daughter getting and doing this. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, that just gets me that. It's just like, I'm like, oh, they don't want to come because it's in town, the religion or whatever. Yeah, I get all that. But it don't make sense to me. You understand what I'm saying? It don't make sense to me. If they can't come down and watch the kid, they go to school. They drop the kids off at school.
Yeah.
They go to the kids' plays and all the activities what go on in school. But they can't come to see them box. Come on. Come on, there's something going wrong there because they can't see them going to box because they don't want to get in, put £10 in the pocket. That's what they don't want to do because they think the £10 goes to me and
goes to the gym.
You know, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
I mean, yeah, bloody hell.
It's mad.
Bloody hell. It is sad though, isn't it? Like,
the same with the professional boxing. Like, you know, you look at Marcel, he posted something the other day.
Yeah.
Thankfully, he's back on social media. He's not loving social media.
I know he doesn't like it.
But like he posted something the other day. Now, if half of them people would buy a ticket off him, he'd be there. You understand? And like we go back again, like we spoke before, you've got to be the villain. So you want people to come to see you either win or to see you lose. It's like you go back to like Chris Eubanks.
He's fallen off, hasn't he, man?
Pardon?
Chris Eubanks is fallen off, hasn't he?
The dad, oh, I mean the dad. I mean the dad.
Oh, senior.
Chris Senior.
Oh,
No,
okay.
you go back and watch tapes of him.
Yeah.
Everyone used to buy tickets to watch
He was
it.
like,
Yeah, because they want to see him get beat.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
So they want to see him get beat.
Yeah,
Same with
yeah,
Nazim. You know,
yeah.
there's a lot of boxers.
Obviously, the GOAT man, Mayweather, he was the best at it, really.
How many people did they want? Bought tickets to see him get beat. Do you understand? They just said it there, that the GOAT, the man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's just about marketing yourself, and you know, it's just like hopefully he'll get a promoter's contract. You know, with one of the top promoters.
Yeah.
And we'll see where we are this time next year.
Now we'll see. Marcel, who do you watch? Who do you take inspiration off other than yourself?
Like I've studied boxing like in the past. Do you know what I mean? I've studied boxing. I've watched loads. But like the last few years, I've been taking inspiration from life itself. Do you know what I mean? A whole lot of shit's happened. Like I don't really need much else fuel for the fire that's been burning. Do you know what I mean? Like I've come this far. Like can't stop now. Be a let down to myself or be a let down to my family. Not doing. I can't stop now. Do you know what I mean? So it's like I watch boxing now. Probably simply because Wayne tells me to. Simply because Wayne tells me to, but I'll probably start watching some more as well, just because like it's education, innit? It's education and it's experience that you can take on board without actually doing it yourself as well. So
Do you ever watch any? Is there any boxing in particular though that you look at and you're like, oh, I like his style or
multiple? Yeah. Like my favourite boxers when I was growing up was Roy Jones, Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Pernell Whitaker's sick. Sugar Ray Leonard. Yeah, like the names in it, Sugar Ray Robinson and Ali. So a whole heap of people, do you know what I mean? It's about just taking bits from each one, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can watch someone like and you can study them, but if that style's not you, that's not you. It ain't fitting into your game plan. Do you know what I mean?
It is about just kind of just taking what you can from each one of them in it and just kind of making it your own in it. I guess so. Yeah, but I mean, I always like to ask fighters that question in it because even like, I used to play football, play basketball now. I'm a baller, me. I'm a heavy baller. You'll see me at the Caribbean course. Gets itty and gritty down there, man. But like even with that, like just sports in general, there are like certain people you watch and you look at and you're like, I love how he does that. Do you know what I mean? I want to practice this, and I want to. I don't know if you kind of catch my drift in it. But like like I was just saying, like just as someone that used to play ball as well, there's people that I looked at and was just like, I want to be able to do that, like him, kind of thing. And I mean, I could definitely see how you can bring that into the boxing thing, innit? Listen, just to kind of just round up now, I wanted to talk about the 26th of February, Grand Central, 35 Renshaw Street. You're fighting Alan Scott, the Scotsman. I know you've already said that he's already grabbed like quite a few tickets from you. You should be expecting like a big army of mad Scots in it.
It's gonna be rowdy.
But I wanted to get some words of war, man. I want to get some words of war from you.
I don't even need to like gas it up much. He's gonna bring his people. I'm gonna bring my people. We're gonna go to war. Do you know what I mean? Like you're mad if you think he's gonna bring all these Scotsmen down and like, oh, I'm gonna fold under pressure. I'm gonna smash his face in front of all of my people. Take that green strap. Like when that lands in Liverpool, it's staying in Liverpool.
Come on.
Do you know what I mean? It ain't going to Scotland. He's going back to Scotland, punched up. Do you know what I mean?
Hey, bruised up face and that.
Yeah, it's a couple of my boys' birthdays and that. Do you know what I mean? Like as if, do you know what I mean? mean? Like, someone's getting lit up and then we're all getting lit, so you know what's going on.
Yeah.
After party
He's
box
getting
and that.
slapped up. He loses her arm, bro. I'm slapping him up in the corner.
We ain't even dropping down.
Don't even go there. Watch me.
No, I'm not, because like it's a big fight for his career. It's a big fight in his career. It's a big fight in your career, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Obviously, I do feel like you're at both different places within your career,
Yeah.
but nevertheless, it is a big fight for both of you, isn't it? So, you know, him coming down here, man, it's gonna be a big one. I do feel like even just in terms of just looking at both of you, just build. The last guy you fought, I don't want to call him a bum, but he was a bum. The last guy you fought, that he was just running around everywhere at Grand Central.
Yeah.
Man.
I'm
I'm expecting a good show.
Yeah,
Do you know
yeah,
what I mean?
it'll
I'm
be
expecting
good.
a good fight here, man.
Little key thing, like last year, I didn't even fight at my weight. I fought like 4 or 5 weights above. Do you know what I mean?
It's one of them ones.
People don't even really do that. Do you know what I mean? Like when it's funny is like when you see me at my weight, got people just looking all skinny and that. You know what I mean? It's like I'm built at the weight. I'm physically imposing, and that's I'm going to impose myself on him. Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna break him. Like he ain't making it to that last belt.
How many rounds is that? 10 rounds, is it? 10, yeah. Okay. As well, yeah. Just to kind of sum everything up, close everything up. Just a few words about the gym, kind of just to promote the gym. Anything like obviously other than the 26 that you wanted to promote.
Nah, we're on the come up, you know. We're just on the come up, like I was saying before about grassroots, like that transition. Like we are that transition, we are that platform, and then like me, when I achieve these things, it's just gonna get the kids in a whole lot more gas. You know what I mean? And some of these kids are gonna be better than me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're gonna be better. So it's like when I do it, it's like once they start coming through it, it's on. Do you know what I mean? And the promotion's getting bigger. They're doing things like this. It's like the future's bright. Yeah, the future's bright, man.
I mean, I forgot. I wanted to quickly ask just before we round everything up. I want to quickly ask just about just being Scouse. You know, I feel like it's just a thing just to be Scouse. Like it's a thing in itself. Like it's not white, it's not black, it's just Scouse. Do you know what I mean? And I do definitely feel you know, the energy, bro, coming from you when you say that, you know, the Scotsman's gonna come now and he's gonna get what's coming to him, kind of thing. I just want to get just to kind of just round up just a few words on that, bro. Just being from where we're from. Obviously, Liverpool has a big, sort of vast history of obviously the slave trade and whatnot. Obviously, we've seen, you know, the potato famine or the Irish man coming over. You know, that's how we've kind of developed our Scouse accent and whatnot. But there's like a spirit, man. I feel like this is kind of like just a fighting spirit about us, just within us. Man, just to kind of just close up on that one, man.
Liverpool in general is a fighting city. Like you just said that you said it. Liverpool's a fighting city. You know what I mean? And you know, we've got boxers who've been legends, who are legends. Yeah. I've got one who's now going to be the little legend.
Yeah, man. Next
so you get me? All I'm saying is, if anybody listening to this wants to get involved in sponsoring either Marcel or the gym, you know, come speak to me. Follow me on social media, Golden Gloves UK.
New Golden Gloves.
New Golden Gloves UK on all social media platforms. Yes. Also, you know, if you haven't got your ticket, don't wait till last minute because these tickets are gone, bro.
I was going to say, from the last show, I am anticipating like...
These tickets are gone. Listen, these tickets are... Like you just said, Scott Allen's bringing 50 man down. There's another lad from Scotland just got on, Boris, he's just got on. So obviously that'll be more Scottish coming down. And you know what the Scotties are like? They like to get a bit rowdy. They like to have a little drink, you know, saying so. You know, they're you know, the places, it's going to be a top night out.
It's going to be a good night.
We've got a venue for the after party.
Okay.
See that belt floating around.
But no, the belts coming to Liverpool and they're staying in Liverpool.
Yeah.
Like I said, you know, Marcel is, you know, without all jokes aside, Marcel's a massive talent now. It's this year. He's got to show what he's about.
Take over
He's
season.
got to show what he's about. And,
Yeah.
you know, I've tried to make fights with every super flyweight in the country, every flyweight in the country. I've tried to make the British title. You know, it's not happening for them because these managers are protecting their own fighters, which, you know, is good. That's what the manager's supposed to do. He's supposed to protect the fighters. No disrespect to the fighters themselves, because I guess most of the fighters will fight anybody, because that's what fighters are about. So it's not about the fighters, it's about the management who are protecting them. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like Marcel's proved, you know, I don't want him dropping Sonny Edwards, who now is world champion, to be his claim to fame when he retires. That's not going to be his claim to fame. Do you know, that's 100%. His claim to fame is going to be, you know...
World title?
Yeah,
Listen.
champion, that
Title.
champion, that
Yeah.
champion.
Listen. Everything goes to plan. Everything goes to plan. You just gotta watch this space, man.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
And there you go.
Yeah. One thing I do want to say as well, one last thing. Like Wayne said there, like my management's to try to make fights with like every super flyweight in the country, do you know what I mean? So now when I get it, I don't want to air man calling out my name and that, because you didn't want to know, do you know what I mean?
Lad,
But
do
when
you
I've got
want
the
to call
bag,
anyone?
they're
Do you
gonna
want to
wanna
call
know.
anyone out right now?
I don't need to
right
call
now,
no one now, because I'm
any
about to
names?
get the back.
Say
So I
nothing.
don't need to call
Say
no
nothing.
one, do you
Say
know,
no
but they're going
more.
to start calling me.
Say no
and it's
more.
like, if you didn't want it before, then shut your mouth and sit down, do you know what I mean? And it's
Oi.
simple.
Yeah, man. Listen, guys, thanks for coming. Thanks for your time.
Nah, that's
and
sweet.
I know you're probably on your way back to the gym now, innit?
I'm gonna get
This
it
guy,
in again, bro.
he
I'm gonna
lives
get it in
there.
again.
He lives, he sleeps, he eats gym. Everything is gym, man. It's crazy, but it's purpose though.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
it's
been like
purpose.
that lately. It's been like that, but it's going to pay off, man. It's going to pay off.
Man. God willing, man. God willing. I just want to just thank the higher powers at Culture Deck for putting me here, man. For giving me this opportunity. I didn't get to do it on the last episode. But yeah, guys, again, thank you. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, bro.
Listen,
Yeah,
Sweet.
it's a good one. 26.
Well, we come back.
26 of
with the belt,
Feb. Yeah, I wanna see the belt there, man. Next time,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
on full frame. You know, so 26th of February, Grand Central, 35 Renshaw Street. What time the doors open? Like 7-ish,
bro. 6 o'clock, innit?
6.
First fight, 7, innit?
There you go. Be there or be square, man. But yeah, listen, my name's Obad. Here with Culture Deck today, and we're out.
Yeah, man.
Nice one, guys.